And so the sun sets at the conclusion of the first day of the war. As horrible as this day was otherwise, at least we can say that it sure had a pretty sunset. I tell you what, that makes it all worthwhile, right? Crimson sky, a sign of things to come, perhaps. Yes, yes. It's allegorical, you wouldn't understand. So I actually, I've actually embarrassed myself completely. I'm a huge nerd, what can I say? And actually, on the topic of being a huge nerd, I descended into the briny depths of Wikipedia to kind of educate myself a little bit about this point in the war, this point in time, and this locale, I guess. And learned, first of all, that ship was not the Schleswig-Holstein. I think it was the Schlesien. I don't know how to speak German, but it's Silesia is the name of the province in English. Why isn't that letting me move? Well, that's alarming. Well, anywho, I'm not sure what's going on there. My hand doesn't work. Well, anyways, I'll worry about that later. Oh, I bet I know it's because of this. Yes, there you go. I had the HUD hid. I hid the HUD, and anyways, trying to make more silly jokes. I want to talk about what I was learning. So basically, the part of the reason why I went onto Wikipedia to figure out more about the Baltic campaign was that there's this kind of odd objective here that says intercept/report the Polish task force. And I remember from my stint playing Silent Hunter 3 learning about Operation Peking, named after the delicious crispy skinned duck, which was a operation undertaken by the Polish before the war started, and that's key, to evacuate some of their destroyers and I think a few civilian ships as well to Britain, to keep them in the war, because they kind of knew, continuing on with the duck theme, that their goose was cooked. And, I thought initially, before I did the research, that this was supposed to be the ships in Operation Peking, but of course, they're already gone. So I don't know what this is referring to. The only thing I can think of, and it's based on the strictest, most technical definition of what a task force is, which is a group of military ships comprising at least 2 ships, basically. So I'm thinking that the game wants me to hunt the what I consider to be just an escort group hanging around Danzig and everything. That doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun to me, to be totally frank with you. I've mentioned I don't like hunting escorts, so I don't think I'm going to even undertake that as a objective. I think I'm just going to, move on about my patrol here and continue to hunt merchant traffic. If that causes me problems, if I don't get a amazing little iron cross here, then so be it. I'm not playing the game like that. Again, hey, we got a radio contact, a friendly merchant, actually. Huh. Well, wait, he's friendly. I don't care. I'm going to keep going this way. So yeah, that's kind of where things stand. That's kind of what I've learned, and I wanted to share that with you all. And actually, come to think of it, on the topic of things that I learned, I did misidentify that ship as the Schleswig-Holstein, but the Schleswig-Holstein was actually in the harbor of Danzig when the war started. It was actually just chilling out right here. So I don't know. Apparently, it was actually used to start shelling Poland immediately. It was brought there under the guise of a ceremonial visit, I think. I think that's what Wikipedia told me. This, it is a fact, as we all know. But I just found that kind of interesting, and I thought I'd share that too. Meanwhile, I'm going to continue hunting. I'm going to continue hunting my favorite prey. I'm not going to be shooting torpedoes at escorts, even though that target that I sunk earlier was not much bigger. Actually, it was a tiny bit smaller than a lot of escorts, come to think of it. The problem with escorts is that they're crafty and they move around a lot. And so it's a small target that is elusive. I hit a target that was not elusive, so I feel fine about that. But shooting at escorts is usually a losing proposition. So I'm gonna try not to be a loser for once. I'm gonna continue on my course. Oh, he's actually been spotted. That wasn't just a radio contact. Well, it's just gonna be a smoke. I don't care. Alright, we're going to press on and try to find more prey to sink in this silent hunt of ours. The game is called Silent Hunter. That's why I said that. So I got a little bit restless, a little bit feisty. And I had us head a little bit more towards Danzig, and look what I've found here. Looks like I've got an enemy contact, an enemy escort, which I'm assuming is the quote-unquote task force. There we go. You can see it. And there are two smokes. Two smokes. Smoke them if you got them. Two smoke signatures there. So I'm presuming, I mean, the game is telling me outright that it's not friendly. It's the enemy, thereby making them not friendly. So I'm not going to get too heavily involved with them, though. The reason being is I've mentioned that I don't like hunting escorts, but also my orders, strictly speaking, say intercept/report the Polish task force. So I guess what I'll do is I will go to my radio guy and have him send a report. That's not what I wanted. Report. Yeah, send a contact report. Okay. Okay, why did you give it to me in English and in German? That's weird. And the whispering was a little weird too. But suddenly this patrol just got very intimate. Thanks. I mean, God, there hasn't been a whole lot of action, so there's that side of me that's rambunctious and unpredictable. And maybe I'll send another one. I think you can do this by selecting the contact, and it will send. Oh, I don't know. I'm making that up. I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, what the? Shut up. Hunting escorts is not my bag of chips. Is that even an expression? It is now. I really don't like to do that. Especially in the daylight, because these guys can see me at great distances. And I don't want to die just yet. Let me keep my eyes on him for a little bit, maybe. Oh! Isn't that a funny development? Now, okay, so the game crashed the last time we had this event. I'm really tempted to look. I really want to look. Oh, well, they sunk anyways. Well, congratulate myself for a job well done. Took care of that little task force. Let's go over here now. Yeah. Alright, let's head over here. Success! We're amazing! Hey, maybe, you know what? Actually, maybe the game responded to my radio report. Maybe that's what's going on there. One can dream, one can hope. Unless you're a Polish destroyer, part of a quote-unquote Polish task force, then you can't anymore because you're dead. That's the point I'm trying to make. Yowza. Okay, great, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Oh, that's a new contact, I think. I haven't had an individual German ship floating around here. He's moving really fast. Holy crap. Let me get onto the deck here. Actually, he's going to be over here, right? I don't even know. There he is, yeah. Oh, that's like, it's like the Admiral Hipper or something like that, isn't it? Let's identify the target. I mean, the friendly, not the target. He's friendly. He's not a target at all, right? Right? Yeah. Let's bring it down here, I guess. I wonder if I can filter this at all. In a meaningful way. Probably not. Oh, he's not an escort. Believe me, I know a thing or two about escorts and the services they provide, and that is not one of them. Kind of a mean thing to just assume that just some random ship is an escort. I mean, that's sexist. Let's see here. God, what an embarrassing set of remarks that was. Let's see if I can figure out what kind of ship this is. Yeah, it's looking like one of the pocket battleships. So it could be the Deutschland. I don't know where either one of those ships was actually at the start of the war. It's not the Hood. Believe me, I know the Hood when I see it. I don't think that's the Scharnhorst, is it? Oh no, Admiral Hipper. Yeah, so this is one of the, like I said, it's one of the pocket battleships. I do know what I'm talking about. I feel vindicated. Alright, well, that was fun, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and, I think I'm gonna just move on. I don't know. I would like to sink some more merchant ships or warships that are worthwhile, but shooting escorts is, for the third time, fourth time, something like that, really not of any interest to me. The battlecruiser Renown, escorted by destroyer Sardonyx, which is a very wry and witty ship, departed Portsmouth for Scapa Flow. I'm departing this area for destinations to the west. So, westward ho. And, as always, anything of interest will be conveyed to you via your video screen. I have to admit this is actually kind of cool. We got a radio intercept right here. It says the aircraft carrier Courageous, escorted by the Sturdy. So he's just there when you need him, but he doesn't do anything above and beyond. The Courageous and the Sturdy have departed Portland before dawn to arrive at Plymouth later today. Portland's over here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, hey, I knew it. There's also a Portland over here. But, anywho, that's entirely too far away for us to care about, but I just thought it was cool that we actually got an actual intercept. Pretty nifty. We didn't proceed very much further than when I was last speaking to you, but it might actually be about time to take a soak. Let's just go ahead and do that together. Let's take a nice long soak together. What do you say, gentlemen? Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, and I'm already in the conning tower, where I belong. So, one fun thing, actually, I'll go down into the bridge here, into the command room. So the crew actually jumps down from the conning tower. They kind of had to, fudge it a little bit, but it works, just to convey that sense of motion. Anyways, we're underwater now, almost. And I like to go ahead slow when I do my dives, when I do my turns, just so that I can maximize my hearing. And so far there's nothing, but once we turn, we'll clear our baffles. And nothing. Fantastic. Just got a radio report or something of an enemy ship there. Maybe we'll double back and try to... Uh-oh. Well, that's probably a friendly warship. Right. Oh, well, if he wasn't, he can't hear shit. Oh, dear me, that was bad. No more of that. Don't do that ever again, effing controller. And also don't address yourself in the third person. That's a faux pas. Bearing 238. I'm gonna see if I can see him. So you can see our conning tower is actually exposed. We are exposing ourselves to the elements. But now we're washed over. We're all washed up. We're through in this town. There you go. 238. Ah, it's the same ship. Well, lucky us. Anyways, I think I will set a course for Danzig again. Danzig? Again? I hate Danzig. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, we just had another signal. What I should do, just to be on the safe side. Because although, uh-oh. So that ship, I think that's friendly, but I'll take a look on the scope again. Because we're not getting that telltale disc that comes up. Kind of ridiculous. I really wish I could disable that mid-patrol, guys. I'm sorry I can't, but it makes things kind of ludicrously easy on us. 48 degrees. Thank you. Yeah, those are... Yeah, it's the Schlesian and then the one of its escorts. Maybe it lost one in that engagement. Who knows? Who... Good Lord, why are you getting so close to me? I'm friendly. Don't kill me, please. Don't kill me. You know what, I'll just go on the surface. There we go. Just get a look at him on the surface, why not? We did look at him underwater, but we're gonna also look at him topside. How about that? So I think we're pretty close to him. Yeah, we're very close to him. Have fun storming the castle! Okay. Well, anyways. I'm gonna try... a lot of nonsense happening there. Not stuff that is necessarily pertinent. I'm gonna head towards the harbor entrance area, sort of, to try and intercept this ship, whatever it may be. If I'm successful, I'll let you know. If I'm not, I will also let you know. I just dove in anticipation of this turn, and I guess in anticipation of running into what I think is this target, but we have a warship over here. It could be friendly, but it could also be not friendly. So I'm going to proceed to the south cautiously. We'll see. Actually, I'll keep listening for a little bit. Because if it's friendly, he should do something about that merchant, which I'm assuming is not friendly. Yeah, he is apparently ignoring him, or that merchant is really well armed. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to put us on the surface. Move my course over a little bit there. Okay. I'm going to start hauling balls over there. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to take us on a course of 135. Make it even steeper that way. Thank you. Kind of annoyed with how it stops time compression for messages like that. Oh, hello. Oh, it's just smoke. I'll just keep my eye on it. Although he is heading east-northeast, so this isn't necessarily a smart course for me to take. I'm going to head due south because I kind of overshot a little bit now. And, in fact, I'm going to backtrack a bit. Okay, now let's take a look. Oh, you know what I should do, come to think of it? I'm going to go ahead and 315 him. I know that it's not in any way, shape, or form realistic for that to happen, but I'm going to do it because I can, and I'm going to kind of put this game through its paces. I think a lot of you guys out there will have seen me do this, and it's really, well, I shouldn't say it's only possible with map contact updates enabled, but it's much more feasible. The gist of it is you make a mark on your map, and after 3 minutes and 15 seconds, you make another mark on your map. And the distance between those two marks will actually tell you in knots the target's speed. If you're using imperial units as opposed to metric units, you can do it in 3 minutes. So you save a whopping 15 seconds, which I guess counts, but whatever. Also, if you're in a bind, you can do a 1 minute 37 seconds or 37.5 seconds sort of deal. I've already lost my bearings, as it were. I need to figure out where this guy is. 333. I thought he was over here. We can speed up time compression. I don't actually even need to identify him as a result of this method, because you don't need to range him out, because we have map contact updates enabled. 2 and 3, and hang on there. Get my pen out. Okay. So in addition to getting his, let's actually keep that on. Okay, stop it. Thank you. In addition to getting his speed, we also now know we know with certainty what his AOB will be. Oh wait, what am I doing? Getting ahead of myself. Okay, so he's going 6 knots on a course of 65 degrees. So let's just draw a line of 65. Kind of move things around a little bit. There we are. And now with this information, we can plot a very cunning and dastardly attack on him. But first, I'm going to kind of get a little bit closer to him. And then I'm going to start moving this way, slowly but surely. And actually, one smart thing for me to do would be to plot a perpendicular course to the target. So I will do exactly that. I have heard rumors that the... oh, that's actually not a bad course. Well, no, it's not a great course at all. Let's trim this up. I've heard rumors that wait, what am I doing? There. That using the TDC manually in this game is pretty finicky. Actually, we have a TDC here. Oh my. So let's see. Can I? Yeah, I can mess with these all I want. Nice. Okay. And that's changing. I see. Okay, I got you. Well, I can range him out actually based on the point where I want to make my attack. I can do that wherever I want on this line, but I'm going to wait until he gets to about 12 degrees off to port. So I'm just going to plunk that in. So let's see, this is 5, 10, right in between 15 and 20 there. His range at that point, well, let's actually stop moving, because if we keep moving, this is all going to be spoiled. So we'll slow down. And he apparently cannot see shit. It's actually, the conditions are pretty awful right now. So now keeping a U-boat stationary in weather like this is nigh on impossible, but suspend your disbelief, dear viewer. Alright. So let's say we are taking a 12-degree shot here. Let's go back to our tools and let's see, what kind of line am I going to want to draw here? I always forget how this works for some reason. It's going to be off of our bearing line, which isn't accurate anymore, but that's okay. Back to the U-boat. Put it a little bit ahead because we're going to carry over. And then 12 degrees. I just need to draw a line through this line. Okay, and so at the point where we take our shot, which will be at 12 degrees, his range will be 15,500 meters, or 1.5 kilometers. Well, actually, it's looking more... That's weird. 1,500. We'll say 1,500. Good enough. That's fine. So I'm going to actually go ahead and input that. 15... I'll make it a little bit over. His AOB at the time of the shot will be over here. And he will call something like 78. Is that what that is? There we go. Okay. Oh, and his speed. Plunk that in. Alright. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work correctly at all, but it should, honestly. We have the AOB not quite right, actually. Let's do that again. Because that's... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is 90, and then 80, and then it's going to be like this. About 78. Okay. So now we just have to wait until he gets to this point. Let's see here. By the way, I mean, I think a lot of you, again, have seen my marvelous, quote-unquote, Let's Plays. They are truly a marvel in that I somehow managed to make it through patrols. But, I'm actually going to go look over at him, if I can. Well, he's Polish. He's a small merchant or something like that. But AOB. AOB is basically the bearing that your target would call if he were to locate you. So at this point, our AOB would be something more like 30 degrees. He would be looking 30 degrees to his port. So you can see, and that AOB has been messed with. Oh, that's because I've moved the Uzo. That's interesting. Well, good to know. I will change that. That must be what people are talking about. Okay. And his range should... Yeah, okay. It actually should have updated, maybe, but I don't know. Let's actually go to the full TDC here and see what it says as far as our gyro angle and stuff. Yeah, it's saying that we're basically going to shoot straight by like 1 degree off. That's probably fine. I think we'll manage. Yeah, this still looks good. Okay, so we're just gonna wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit, and then stop using time compression there because that was not a little bit. He should be crossing our reticle here in just a moment. I should flood the tube. Actually, you know what? Let's give tube number 4 some love. We still love you, tube 4. Where is he? Where'd he go? Come on, baby. I could look over. There he is, yeah. He's coming up. See, that did move my AOBs and stuff, but that's okay because it resets as I go back. Okay. Okay, now we need to actually see him before we take our shot, folks. It's important.